about to do a bit of charity. Sometimes it can backfire. You can embarrass yourself at a charity event. I broke my ankle about a year ago, and I was on crutches, and I did this gig, a soldiers charity, and I met a guy called Corporal Andy Reid. He's an amazing bloke. You should definitely Google him or something. He's got a book out. He's phenomenal, right? And this guy, he lost both his legs and an arm while doing battle, right? And he's got prosthetic limbs now, and he does these amazing things for charities. He jumps out of helicopters and climbs Everest and walks to, John O'Groats to Land's End. He's phenomenal, right? And we were chatting, and I was sort of hobbling around on my crutches, and he said, we're having a little chat, and I built up enough courage to just say, how did this happen, this incident? And he told me quite a harrowing story, as you'd imagine. And after about 5 minutes of listening to this amazing story, I was quite humbled, you sort of put your head down and you're like, wow, that's really put my life into perspective a little bit, And because he was such a lovely bloke, he looked down at my leg in its plaster cast, and he said, how did you do that? Like it's comparable. There's nothing worse than looking a genuine hero in the eye and saying the words, I slipped outside of Asda. I was putting my trolley back in the rain. I brought my family here tonight. My parents are here somewhere, they're knocking about. It's Mother's Day, of course, on Sunday, so that made sense for a free trip out. Mother's Day, sorted. Be careful though where you go. I was walking down the high street a few days ago, and in the shop windows they've all got the signs up, don't forget Mother's Day this Sunday, don't forget Mother's Day this Sunday. Everybody's got, Thornton's has gone, and all the card shops have gone, don't forget Mother's Day this Sunday. I walked past Ann Summers. There's a poster in the window that says, don't forget Mother's Day this Sunday. I felt like going in, you are not involved in these festivities. This is not a day for you. Nobody's ever come home and gone, I've got you some love balls. That's never happened. Weird. That is a weird shop, isn't it, Ann Summers? Upstairs, it's all like fluffy ankles and chocolate willies, but downstairs, someone's going to get hurt, aren't they, down there? It's weird. My brothers are here. I brought a couple of my brothers along as well. My brother's not the brightest, he'll be the first to tell you. I played football with him a little while ago, played five-a-side with him. He brought a brand new pair of shin pads, he opened them up, he looked disappointed. I said, what's up with you? He said, I just opened these, look at that. One's a large, one's a regular. I said, I think that's left and right, you dickhead. I don't think it's It's the sort of bloke he is. His wife's a primary school teacher, and she works very hard, and he's always moaning about stuff that's going on with the youth for today, like. And he said, he come back one day, he said, have you heard what's going on at her school? I said, no. He said, they've got this new thing called sandwich punishment. Now you might have heard this if you've got kids or you work at school. It's called sandwich punishment, or 2 stars and a wish. This is where you can't just tell a kid off now. You've got to give him a compliment either side of the negative, so he doesn't go away feeling bad about himself. And you wonder why the country's on its arse, ladies and gentlemen. It's because 6-year-olds are not getting proper bollockings anymore, that's why. Imagine that during the riots. Oh, you put that telly down, you little bastard! Although it is one of the top brands, so fair play to you, good trick. You can't do that. And I said to my brother, I said, what do you mean, give us an example? He said, well, you get the kid and you go, right, you're good at colouring in, I'll give you that. But you're a little shit. Then there's a bit of a pause and he went, but your mum's quite fit, so off you go. That's not a compliment. That's not a compliment. My dad's got to 60 now, my dad's 60 years old this year, and that's a great age, 60. That's an age where you stop caring what people think about you. You see old people and they don't care anymore. I got on the train once, there was a bloke in his 90s going to use the toilet. Now he'd not locked the door from the inside, so obviously I've got no idea if there's anyone in there. I pressed the button, the door swung back, revealed him like a bullseye prize. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Old man having a piss, it was horrible. The door swung back. Now if that was me or you'd be like, oh God, like embarrassed by trying to shut the door. This guy's lived through the Second World War. Nothing embarrasses him anymore. He just turned around and he went, made me feel like I was the dickhead. Amazing. My brother came, I remember my brother coming in and saying, Mum, Dad, I'm going to Australia. He'd finished university, he said, Mum, Dad, I'm going to Australia, man a day. My dad said, why? What's wrong with Manchester? And he said, I'm going to Australia, Dad. I've got to find myself. He says, you want to find yourself a bleeding job, that's what you want to do. He says, Dad, you can't stop me, I'm going to Australia to find myself. He says, all right, what about this? What if you find yourself and he's a dickhead as well? What are you going to do then? He's got an answer for everything, that man. That's one of my favourite words. I do like the word dickhead, it's a great word, isn't it? It's not as good as the word knobhead, that's a brilliant word. Knobhead's a proper northern word. They don't use it a lot in London, which is weird, because there's loads of them here. Folks, you've got a brilliant lineup, an absolutely fantastic lineup. Are you having a good night so far? Fabulous. I hope you're going to give it up for your next act. We'll start a massive round of applause and then just build it up. That's what we probably should do. Let's start.